Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. Hello, neighbor. Come on in. Our show's about to begin. Take a breath. There's nowhere to go. You're on the Mr. West Show. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. Near or far, big or small, we love you just the way you are. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. Leave your shoes by the door, 'cause you don't need them anymore. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. So welcome home, stay a while, let's sit together and share a smile. Don't have to hurry, don't have to race, there's plenty of time, we set the pace. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. Here we listen, here we share, you're safe 'cause we always care. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. We'll make some art, give it away, 'cause it feels good to share every day. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Beep, beep, bop, beep, boop, bop. Make mistakes and that's okay, we're beside you all the way. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Deep, deep, dot, deep, deep, dot. Do your best and you'll see right here is where you're meant to be. Boop, bop, beep, bop. Bop, 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 beep, boop, bop.
Mr. West presents episode 2, Love. And this episode
Is sponsored by
Carol West. Thank you so much for being our sponsor. We
Yes.
love you, and thank you for supporting us.
Yeah, thanks for your generous donation. It makes these episodes possible.
Yes, and if you want to be a sponsor for our next episode, just go to mrwest.com and send us a little email, and you could be featured on the next episode. Thanks, Carol.
So this is Cody West,
And I'm Dennis West.
and we're Mr. West.
Yes, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about love.
And what it means to us.
Yes.
Follow along. We can work in the studio together, and you can see what we're up to, what we're creating, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Come on in.
Want to have a seat?
Yeah.
So what are you working on today?
I have these galactic jeans I've been working on. Pretty wild, and just wanting to mend a little hole here, and that way I can wear them longer.
Mending is kind of like love.
Love.
So what does love mean to you?
Gosh. Well, love to me is more of a feeling, really, Kind of gives me that warm feeling on inside, and fuzziness, and it always reminds me of you.
So it's a feeling.
Yeah.
So in our last episode, which was titled Home, we kind of went in feeling inside ourselves and how it makes us feel. So things that you could do that would be to take a breath. And release.
Yeah, when we took a breath last time, we even said the word home.
Home, home. And you can kind of feel it in your chest. It makes you feel more at peace inside,
I know.
more open, and not so tight.
Yeah, and also to bring you back home is touch.
Yeah, you can feel something like your clothing, or maybe a piece of furniture you're sitting on. And it just brings you inside your body to kind of see what's going on inside. So how do you feel today?
I feel pretty decent. A little anxious, we're live in the studio, so.
So did the breathing help make you feel less anxious?
Yeah, brought me back into, my body, and kind of made me warm inside.
That's nice. Go to this. Let's take a see me paint too. Yeah, I would say I was kind of anxious as well today because I get kind of excited when we go live, and you have to be on camera and you're behind all these lights and have to think of what to say next. And it does help to kind of ground yourself and see kind of what's going on inside you so you can release, because it's like feeling open and not under pressure and not tight. It's like the opposite. It's like open and free and light inside.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when you, like when I create, the best of what I create is when I'm feeling like that inside, not heavy and tight. It's more light and open.
Yeah. I'm just tying off the string over here. No, so on the theme of love, I'm mending these jeans because I love these jeans, and they're getting a little ratty because the holes keep, getting a little. I know. I say a lot, so.
So last episode we watched when we did it, Dennis said it probably about 20 to 30 times. So we're trying to.
Yeah. So if you want
we'll get better so you guys can hear us say other things.
Yeah, if you want to keep little tabs on me, to let me know how many times I say no. Oh God, I did it again.
Hit that. Go to that angle.
Okay.
We're trying out different angles in the studio today, just to kind of see how it works.
I know, this is the wide angle.
Yeah. I like it. It gets all me in there. Okay, so we're talking about love and what it means to us. So love is kind of like, to me, it's like a flow. You have to be open to receive it.
Yeah.
So it's that feeling you get inside when you're choosing kindness or to be gentle. Because think about, like, when I think of love, I think of my mom, who was the sponsor of this episode, which is a good kind of way to talk about it. Because your mom is kind, gentle, she gives you space and doesn't judge you. She lets you do your thing. And it's also kind of about loving yourself. So like when you're making your jeans or when I'm painting, I make mistakes all the time. So when you make a mistake, are you saying like, oh, I'm stupid, or it's not going my way and I'm never going to do this again? Or do you say, hey, that's not the way. Maybe I can go do it a different way and do better next time.
Yeah. Well, the thing about love is, it's, you can go back and, said it twice.
Getting in his head now.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna go to sewing.
So you're caring for your jeans. You're mending it with love.
Right.
So you're mending the rip, the tear, because you like to take care of it. And that's why we like to take care of our clothes, because they last longer. We love them. Because if they get a little hole in them, they kind of get character. And then you sew the hole. And it feels good to you're like putting that good energy into your creations.
Yeah. Well, earlier when you were talking about making mistakes, it's love is, it helps correct those mistakes.
It says it's okay to make mistakes.
Well, if you think about it, you go back into the past and, you forgive with love. And when you forgive yourself for making mistakes or whatever it may be, how does that make you feel in the present moment? it makes me feel good, like right now.
So you're saying it's like kind of like forgiving yourself.
Yes.
So you forgive yourself because you made a mistake, and then it kind of releases heals the past. So if you got a bad grade, or you fell off your bike and got hurt,
Or you said something mean to someone.
yeah, you forgive yourself for doing that.
Yeah, because that's the best way. I mean, you can't go back into the past and fix it, but
But you can.
You can heal yourself now.
But you do, because when you forgive yourself, you're kind of going back and mending the hole, like in the jeans. Because like think about it, the jeans happen if you fell off your bike and you ripped your jeans, and then, oh my gosh, my jeans are ripped and they have a hole in them. What am I going to do? Well, I forgive myself, and I can mend that mistake.
Yeah.
So you're repairing, you're healing the past, and then you're also opening up the future because you're going to get back on that bike, or because you can repair your jeans. So it opens up. You're not afraid to make a mistake in a painting because you can always paint it again. So it's freeing. It's that letting go and loving yourself. That's kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
So I'm working on windows today on Beverly.
Here.
And windows are kind of, move it closer so you can see.
Let's see what he's working on. It's better when it's up close.
Yeah.
You can see all the details.
Ooh, the sun's coming through today.
It's beautiful. It was just like downpouring just a minute ago.
So love also kind of cleans, it's like cleaning your lens. So like when let's say someone says something mean to you, and it really hurt you and you're upset about it. So it's kind of like something on your window or your glass that's covering up that person now because they hurt you. And how would you clean your glass after someone said something mean to you?
Well, you grab some Windex and clean that smudge right off.
Right. So what would be the equivalency to Windex? I think it would be like forgiving them,
Yeah, forgiving them and
letting it go.
Yeah, saying
Like if they called you stupid, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, forgive them for they know not what they do.
And then your glass will be clean again.
Yeah, so instead of seeing that person in the filter of, that person hurt me, I don't like them, they're mean to me, you forgive them and clean off that filter.
Yeah, because it is kind of like a filter. Like it clouds how you see them.
Yeah, you see them in a new light.
Well, it lets the light in.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Doing a little window because I have to show that the frame, so it gives it like a 3D appearance. Well, my camera angle has a rainbow in it. Beautiful.
You're all filled with rainbows today, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, and love is almost like about letting go. Like, so we're covering love today, and when Dennis and I first met, we were 200 miles away. I was in Michigan, and he was in Fairview Park, which is by Cleveland. And I was 21 at the time. I was sick of traveling to different states or cities to meet guys. And we were talking online, and I was like, you know what? I can't come this time because I am sick of traveling, putting myself out there, and no one comes to see me. I have to keep putting, like, pay for the gas to get places. I mean, when you're 21, gas is like, it's expensive.
Okay, well, first off, you ghosted me.
I
We were
did
supposed
ghost
to
you.
hang out, and he literally did not show up. So I like, little me was, upset. And but instead of being mad at him and not talking to it,
What were we supposed to
Cody,
do?
What?
What were we supposed to be doing?
Well, we were supposed to meet up at the bowling alley.
Oh, we're going bowling on our first day. Hot.
Going bowling, It's like 20.
In the video replay, we'll do a counter of how many
I
you
know,
knows.
right.
You know?
You know.
Back in my day,
But instead of being mad at Cody, he explained to me what happened, why he ghosted me, and he wanted to. We still wanted to meet up. Like the feeling was still there. So the next weekend, I was like, "Well, I'll just come see you." I had a free weekend, and that way, you don't have to travel to see me. I'll come see you.
Yeah, and that kind of meant a lot because no one had done that before. I was always the one having to pay for the dinners and travel and hotel arrangements and
Yeah, and look what happened.
I let go.
22 years later, if I didn't make that decision and let go and give up control and, not
Well, you forgave me,
right.
and I started loving myself because I was basically saying, like, I'm not doing this to myself anymore. I'm not gonna put in 90% and then the guy just has to walk out the door and, like, not show up.
Yeah.
So you showed me forgiveness, and I opened up to you, and then you showed up for me.
Yeah. Because then that whole summer, we literally just traveled and saw each other all summer.
Yeah.
I would go up to Michigan. He'd come down to Cleveland.
So this was 2004, 22 years ago.
Yeah. This was like pre-internet. Well, no, I'm sorry.
It was AOL.
Pre-social media.
Oh, that's right. Did I have a cell phone? I don't think I did.
No. Because there was that vacation. He went on family vacation with me, met my mom and dad, and went to Williamsburg, Virginia. And Cody was going to fly in for the weekend. We were staying for a week. And he was supposed to leave that weekend. We went to Busch Gardens and all that stuff. And Water Country, USA, still one of the best water parks out there. And he was having so much fun that he just decided not to get on the plane and stayed the whole week.
Yeah, that was loving myself as well because I didn't like where I worked.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have a cell phone back then because you didn't call anyone to tell you where they were. He was in love.
I'm trying to log in so we can see the comments. We're using a new software today. And I want to be able to see if you can comment to us.
The joys of going live. You don't know what's going to happen.
And running your studio and being the actor and director and producer and
Creator and
doing it all.
art director, creative director.
Fashion. What is it?
Wardrobe.
Costume wardrobe.
The perks of working small in a small business and doing it yourself. But it's fun because we're learning how to do it all.
So to back to love, it was you were giving because you gave your time and energy to come see me, and that was the first time I was able to receive love because you showed me that you would show up for me instead of me having to go do everything. So love is kind of like a flow. It's back and forth.
It's giving and receiving.
It's giving and receiving. We did a lot of that in our first years.
First years.
You know, you know.
Mm-hmm. But that's also inner love too, because you have to be at the point where, you know, you love yourself that you're not going to continue to put yourself into that situation, because you are coming from a place of lack when you would go visit these boys, because you felt like you had to do all that for someone to like you.
That's true.
And when you were like, I love myself, I don't need to prove myself for love, you opened up and released for love to come in. You opened up space for me. That's beautiful. They always say, you always have to love yourself
First.
before you love anyone else.
Yeah, because you kind of see how it makes you feel, because it didn't make me feel good to keep doing that, and then, oh, it's not, because I knew something was, that's the thing, it's like I knew something was there that was going to work out, but I didn't quite know what it was yet. So to me, it's like, if you're flowing, and it's like the mistake thing. I dated what, 1 to 2 guys before you?
Girl, please.
And I'm gonna go back here.
I've seen those pictures that I eventually deleted.
But then it makes you appreciate love because, or no, the mistakes. We'll go back to this one. There we go. Because the mistakes are leading you to the real thing that makes you feel good. Because it was like the guy wouldn't show up, or the guy was not kind to me, or he ghosted me, or whatever it was. And then when I met you, I was like, whoa, this feels great.
Yeah.
It didn't feel crappy, or I had to be someone else that I wasn't. I didn't have to put on a show, or I could just be myself. And you can feel it inside you, because it makes you feel free and light and not heavy and burdened. Because burden was driving to Chicago, Detroit, because I was in Bellevue, so I was in the middle of nowhere, and I had to go visit the boys.
Mm-hmm. Chicago.
Well, and part of that also was hiding who I was, because I didn't want people in Bellevue to see me out with a guy. Like, who's this boy from Fairview Park? So coming out was loving yourself too, because you were like, hey, this is me.
Yeah, you kind of get tired of hiding who you are, and you just love yourself because you're blossoming into truly who you are. I mean, that's a whole thing.
That's also loving
You
yourself.
have to come out, like.
But you're holding on to something, and it gets harder and harder to hold on to it. I mean, there's people that go their whole lives and do that, and I don't know how I don't know how.
I don't know either.
The pressure of that and just not being able to be yourself. But when you released it, you let love come in, because then people could see you, my love, because you're my love. Mm-hmm. Then I got to introduce you to my family and my parents, and I got to meet your parents.
I know.
So on our third day, I drove to Cleveland, and I had my my dad gave me his car when I turned 18. And it was like on its last leg. I drove all the way to his house, Dennis's parents' house, and parked it out front. Was getting ready to take him out to dinner, and this guy was flying down this residential street, and doing like 100, and plowed into the back of my car and totaled it in front of his parents' house.
Literally, that's how he met my parents.
Yeah, because this is like our third date, and so I'm like, now I'm meeting Dennis's parents. Like, hello, there's my car sprawled out all over the front yard.
Yeah, there were like 2 people in the car, and they totaled.
There was like 5 people. It was like a clown car.
They totaled Cody's car, and they hit it so hard it hit the car in front of them. People came out. They were throwing, I guess it was drugs, into the yard, and the driver was the only one that stayed behind. Cops came and arrested him and gave him a DUI, but then my parents came home and they're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, so I got to meet your parents.
Yeah.
And Dennis was still in high school at the time, so he had class the next day.
Well, I was about to graduate.
Yes.
It was like May, and my dad would not let me drive him because Cody was going to New York City the next morning with his friends, and had to be in Detroit in the morning, and literally had no car. He was just going to come down and go out to dinner for the night, and then
Just so that's like on the way to Detroit.
right. It's like 2 hours, it's not bad. But
Got to ride the Greyhound bus all the way from...
yeah, I dropped him off at 2 a.m. to catch the Greyhound bus to Detroit.
Which wasn't a bad experience, except for the driver spilled diesel fuel on the side of the bus, and it smelled like diesel fuel the entire 2-hour trip. Fun.
Yeah, that's...
But I got to meet your parents and your mom.
Yeah. And then you got to go on family vacation with us to Williamsburg, Virginia. Then eventually he moved down when I was going to college and went to college with me and stayed in the dorms. He was like 4 floors down from me. He was in love.
Yeah, I
Let's just say
left
that.
Michigan, my job, and moved to Ohio. Mm-hmm. Paid double out-of-state tuition to go to Kent State with Dennis.
But that was releasing and letting go of control, and your whole world crumbled that you knew of, but when one world crumbles, a whole new world blossoms.
Yeah, it was exciting because I could feel what I had with you was real, and I just knew, I knew it would turn out, and I just took the leap of faith and quit my job and moved out of state.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for that leap of faith, this show would never be happening right now. So welcome.
Yes.
I know. It's fun. And that was 22 years ago. But actually, we, for some reason, always love to, quit our jobs to go after love.
Well, it's like how you treat yourself. Like, to me, it's like the environment. Like, you can love yourself and taking yourself back to peace inside and being kind to yourself. But if the environment that you're going to is not good for you and bringing out the best in you,
Yeah.
then you need to let it go. And it's not being afraid to do that, because you have to trust that everything will be okay and something else will come in that's better. Because if I wouldn't have left my job in Michigan and trusted that everything would be okay, then we would never have been together because I wouldn't have went to school with you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been a reoccurring theme for us
Yeah.
because you left your work recently
Yeah.
for us to be able to do this. And we took a leap of faith again
Yeah.
because it wasn't.
Right. Well, you just get to the point, you know, when you're in your environment, you're just like, you get to a point where you say to yourself that this is not you. This is not serving you. This is not bringing out the best in you. You know, it's not fulfilling the dreams you have because my dream is to do this. It's to work with you and create art, talk about spirituality and love, and you know, create fun videos and stuff, and do that for the rest of my life. So when I'm working for, you know, when I was working for in retail for the longest time, I was not fulfilling that dream. It wasn't serving me at some point. And you could go for so long. Like sometimes you're like making unhealthy decisions to, you know,
To cope.
to cope with having to go to that environment. But once you love yourself and say, I'm going to continue to make healthy decisions, things start changing. You start clearing your crystal.
Yeah, so it was like when we worked insurance. Because it was, I mean, the first couple of years you're learning the job and you're learning to talk to people on the phone and about insurance. And then you get to a point and you're like, I'm making a lot of money. I feel successful, but something inside of me doesn't feel right. It's off. And then you're like, am I really helping people by doing this?
Right.
I didn't feel that way. And I saw a lot of people cope with the job by drinking a lot and just getting by. And they were afraid to leave because you were making a lot of money to pay your bills.
Safe.
And it was safe. But inside it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest struggle for me, was like, okay, I'm here and now this isn't it. And it was like, what?
Yeah, because money doesn't do that to you. Money doesn't fulfill that need. It's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's like, because your whole life you're like, okay, let's say first grade, you're like, you want to graduate first grade to get to second grade. Then you graduate second grade to third grade, so on through high school. You graduate high school. Then there's like, you need to get your degree. So there's always this reward that's like a carrot out in front of you. Mm-hmm. And you keep going for the next carrot. So then you get your degree, and then it's, okay, you need to get your first job. And then you get your first job in the career, and okay, now you need to hit your sales goal, Dennis. And then you hit your sales goal, and then it's, well, now you need to get the married, your house, kids. I mean, it never ends. And it's like, at some point in your life, you're like, wait a second, I've always been there. I don't need to keep getting this. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You don't need a badge or a piece of paper that tells you that you're already it. We're always it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny story because it's, you know, the whole time, you know, Glenda was like, Dorothy, you had the ability to go home at any time. And all she had to do was click her heels. But she went on that whole journey to realize that she already had the strength and ability to do it. It's right now.
It's already in you.
It is.
And it's realizing that. But it's also loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you're letting go of the fear that I can't leave this job because I need the money, or because it's safe and I have to go look for another job, or make a TV show, or do this.
Yeah.
But it's being fearless. Little nod to Julia Child.
I know. Well, Alan Watts says that. You know, it's
You know?
Okay, yeah, So the only time right now is the present moment. Like, you're not living the past, you're not living the future. It's happening right now. So if you're at work and you dream of being that artist and you're at work, you're not being that artist.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Alan Watts says that if you are in the present moment, then be it. Be it. So, and there's no tomorrow, essentially. There's no future. So, what if what you're doing right now is keeping you from who you are and what you want to be? So, when I was working in retail, I was not the artist. I was working in retail.
Because you're like, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or it's...
Right. I needed this to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But it was never coming. So one morning, I was literally going to Columbus to go to work. I had to drive to Columbus from Cincinnati, a 2-hour drive. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and Cody had listened to that Alan Watts episode and was basically like literally wrote my 2-week notice letter to send off, and I woke up in the middle of the night and he shared that with me. He's like, you need to do this right now. This is why. And it seemed crazy. I thought it was so crazy, and my ego wanted to not listen to it. It was like, I don't know, you're crazy. What are we going to do about money? What are we going to do about this? My ego was going down that path. But luckily, on my drive to Columbus during that 2 hours, I kept feeling it. I wanted to feel it out and see how it was. And it was so spot on and so true. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that leap of faith. I'm going to surrender and let go and take the courage to do it, because I want to do this. I want to live my dream with you, working with you. And
because it gets
people
harder
thought
and
I was
harder.
crazy.
It gets harder and harder to do it.
Right.
It's like when you were in the closet. It's like it just starts building up. There's this pressure, like, this isn't me, and I'm still having to do this, and it just doesn't feel right. And it got harder and harder to keep doing that.
Yeah, because the universe will keep serving you until you wake up and are like, okay, I hear you. What is going on? This whole world looks new to me. It's called the dark night of the soul. And everything just seems so alien and not you, and you question everything, and it's like, this reality is not me. Well, you have to make a change.
You said something about the future. There is no future, because when it's here, it's the now.
Right.
So you're putting something out there that never comes, because it's always out there and it's not now. So what are you doing now to get there? And that was kind of the reason why you left that, because we were still waiting for something to happen, and it was in the future, which never comes.
Right.
And I think your mom had a lot to do with that too.
Yeah, because my mom, a couple years ago, passed away from cancer, and she worked her entire life. She was a nurse, worked for the Cleveland Clinic, and one day, out of nowhere, she went to the doctor, and basically they said that she had stage 4 cancer. So she was still working at the time. She was 64, and she immediately, after starting radiation and chemotherapy, she retired, but she was saving up for this future that never came. And when she passed away, I saw that, and it's like, why are we waiting for an event that's going to come? Like it's a false
Waiting for
belief.
retirement. That's another milestone you have to wait for. You can't live your life until you retire.
Right.
And then you're too old and sick to even enjoy it.
Yeah. So that pushed me to follow my dream now before tomorrow, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow at all. Even though you hope and dream it's to come, you don't know what's going to happen. But right now is now. So whatever you want to do it now.
I love that. And it also, so that to me is like an internal thing that you have to release. And then your world starts reflecting that.
Yeah.
Because you've released something internally, and then you see the world differently. You're like, I'm going to start doing this stuff now instead of waiting for it.
Yeah. Yeah, because this world is just a reflection of who you are and what you feel.
Well, I have an idea. Let's do the, because this shows you how to see the world clearly.
Yes.
And
Here,
let go of fear.
Let me just move this to the side.
We have a little science experiment.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do this. I love science.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so this is
Well, it's
us, Mr. and Mr.
Okay, so you have two glasses. This is basically, this is how you're born. You're born clear, you know?
You don't have fear.
You have everything you could see right through. But over time, we have things that build up in our vessel. So you have things that, you know, maybe you made a mistake, you haven't forgiven yourself, you were mean to that person, you say to yourself that you are not a good person, that things don't happen to you, that you have to have this car to make you that person that you want to be. You have to have a job. So over time, that builds up.
And you can't see the world clearly.
You can't see it. See, I could see you through this,
The light comes in.
but this,
That's dark and murky.
no. So,
So it's not flowing.
Yeah.
Because remember we said love is flow.
right,
That to me
it's
looks-
murky. It's like a swamp, you know,
Yeah.
like if the lake backs up, it kind of gets a little swampy, bugs start happening, you know, something smells,
Yeah,
you know, but
I know.
we know.
Do you know?
I hope you know.
Do you know the Method Man?
So, this isn't love.
No.
This is love.
Would you drink that water? Would you put that inside you?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want that water.
So if you're holding on
inside
to
me.
fear, doubt, your mistakes, your heavy past, if something happened to you, this is what you look like on the inside. The light can't come in, it's dark. So how would you clean out your vessel? Because this is a vessel. It holds your water, holds you.
Well, you want to open the love flow.
Okay, how do you do that?
You say things like, I am love. I am supported. I am whole. I am kind. I forgive that person. I don't need, you know, that car to tell me who I am. I don't need that job to be who I am. I'm an artist.
That title?
That title. That, you know, you love yourself, and over time,
Takes a lot of water.
takes a lot of water. And you don't quite get out the big chunks. But look,
Look, you got your dirt on everyone.
yes, you got dirt everywhere. But your glass is clear again.
I'm going to take my glass out.
I'm still not going to drink it right now, but
But it's metaphorically speaking.
yes, you know.
It cleanses your glass.
But
So
it
you
cleanses
open
your
the
glass.
flow.
Yes. And you let love in.
Yeah, you let love flow through you.
Right.
Because you're open. If you're open, you're letting it, you're receiving it and you're giving it. So it's your natural state.
Fun, right?
Yes. Okay, so grab the second. We have 2 demonstrations for today's video. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
no.
wait.
First off, I'm feeling a little hungry
Oh.
because this episode is, you know,
I do
is
know.
long. So I'm going to have an orange.
But I'm hungry too. I don't have an orange. I forgot my lunch today. I'm not even on camera.
Well,
So how in this situation would you let love flow?
if you're hungry, I have 2 oranges. You can have my orange.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
You're welcome.
That makes me feel great.
I love giving you an orange.
So, does that make you feel good inside?
Yes.
Well, it makes me feel good to receive it. So when you're flowing and you have love, you're giving and you're giving to others, and then others can receive the love too. Now I can have an orange.
And that is what they call a miracle.
Oh.
Because it was an act of pure love.
Well, the miracle would be you realizing that you can share the orange, and it makes us both feel good. So you get from it, and I get from it. Mm-hmm. And that could be with helping people, saying a nice comment to someone and you pass them by on the street. I like your shoes. I like your outfit. And they would receive that. It makes you feel good. And then think about it. They go home. Let's say you say that to someone you pass on the street, and it's a teacher. And they go to their classroom of 20 kids. And now they're in a good mood because they have that fire Mr. West jacket on that someone complimented them on. And now they're in a good mood, and then they're spreading all that love because they received it. Now they're sending it to all their children. And there's 20 kids in the class. And then those 20 kids in the class receive the love, and they go to all their houses. And so you're sending out this wave of love when you do that, when it's flowing through you.
Right.
That's why it's important to make sure you are clean and being kind to yourself internally, because then it flows out of you and it spreads around.
Yeah. If I was tense or came from lack and realized that, I need these 2 oranges, I would not spread love. But the fact that I recognized that I had 2 oranges and I could give Cody an orange didn't make me less than who I was, but I was abundant and I gave Cody an orange.
And so next time when I have abundance and oranges and you forget yours at lunch, I can give it back. So it's flowing back and forth. And that's love.
But I don't expect that from you. So by me giving that, by me giving you an orange, I'm not expecting that you're going to give me something back in return.
You're trusting.
I'm trusting.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Mm-hmm. You trust that will come back.
I don't need it to come back. Because I'm whole.
Because you know it's already there.
Right.
So we've talked about love being a flow. You receive it and you give it. We talked about how to clean your glass so you can have love flow through you and have it be internally inside you.
Talked about how it's inner love, and there's also outer love, which is the reflection of the love that you have innerly or in.
Yeah, because your
inside.
environment reflects it. If you
Right.
have love inside, your environment's going to show it. I mean, we love all of our
Yeah, you
fun
take
things
care
that
of
we
your
have.
stuff.
You take care of your stuff. You're putting on that face mask every day. That, you're wearing your nice clothes. You're feeling yourself because you love yourself.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah. And stuff lasts longer when you love it
Right.
because you're giving it that good energy.
Instead of going out and buying a new pair of jeans, I'm loving the jeans I already have by taking care of them. And making them better too. In the process. Because I have not seen anyone with a pair of jeans like this, so.
Or a painting like this. Hello.
Or a painting like that.
Yeah.
And this is a reflection of our art.
Yeah, so it's our inner state. We're showing that we can, because creativity comes out of me when I'm when I love myself.
Right. Like Beverly. Beverly over here she's in love. She's in love with her world.
She loves it. She has her friends. She has her sunlight coming in. She's hanging out at the pool. She doesn't judge that there's different people, like giraffes or lions. Everyone's kind of,
She's friends to all.
she's friends to all.
Because she's fabulous and she knows she's fabulous.
Yeah. All right, I think we're getting close to the end of our episode.
I know.
Next time we'll work on getting the comments to work because I'm not sure
Yeah.
why that didn't work today. But
I know you all are blowing up
stay
our feed
tuned.
right now.
We're still working on our. Oh, this is camera. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see you next episode, next
Yeah.
Wednesday, live in the studio, every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., Mr. and Mr. West Show. Catch it on YouTube.
Right. And visit our website, mrandmrwest.com, if you want to become a sponsor or if you want a piece of art or couture of your own. So you can rock it out and spread love and...
Show them these jeans real quick.
Okay.
These jeans are hot.
I did earlier, but
These are new.
it takes a minute.
Oh, it's like inverted.
It's fine. We got a little time, right?
Make time for it.
I know. I'm excited to wear these because it's taking some time, but
Embroidery, painting.
Here, we'll switch the camera so you can see.
Yeah, I'll bring it up close.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
Bringing them up close.
Hot.
Yeah.
Little embroidered alien in the pocket.
Yeah. These are my
So-
galactic inspired jeans. They have Swarovski crystals in there that are the constellations. You know, you got Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, and then on the back too, you got alien, because the front and the back both have to be as equally as fabulous.
That's so fun.
I know, but it's so fun when the light hits it, all the sparkles happen, and
So you took an old pair of jeans and put love into it, and this is what happens.
yeah, I added paint, some crystals. It's been using some lovely
It's flowering.
cotton yarn and some cashmere yarn to, you know, mend the knees. And
Oh, we know.
I had $1 for every time I said, you know.
It's okay. Make mistakes. It's fine.
Right. But yeah.
Love it.
They're becoming fabulous. But we'll kind of leave you with a little thought to yourself as, think of
We know.
someone that may have supported you when you needed help. And who was that? And how did they make you feel?
Be that.
Yeah,
And you got it.
I know.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Till next time, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Bonne nuit.